Hello, author J.A. Stein here with Val, here for episode 10 of Horses in Fiction. Today's book, sticking with the famous authors for a while, George R.R. Martin and Game of Thrones. So there are some good scenes in this one with horses, because of course you have the people that Daenerys marries into, the Dothraki, who are major horse people. So you get some really good horse scenes mixed in. So I got one towards the beginning of the book. These chapters are not numbered, so I can't tell you what chapter number, but of course it is one of Daenerys' chapters towards the beginning of the book. You can kind of see where we're at. But it's a cute scene. This is right, kind of when they're getting married. She gets this horse as her wedding gift, which is a really great wedding gift, by the way. But anyway, silver for the silver of your hair, the call says. She's beautiful, Dany murmured. She is the pride of the Khaleesi. Illyrio. Bear with me, I am not a Game of Thrones fan, so I don't know how to pronounce all of these names. I read this book, but anyway. Custom decrees that the Khaleesi must ride a mount worthy of her place by the side of the call. Drogo stepped forward and put his hands on her waist. He lifted her up easily as if she were a child and set her on the thin Dothraki saddle, so much smaller than the one she was used to. Dany sat there uncertain for a moment. No one had told her about this part. What should I do? She asked Illyrio. It was Ser Jorah Mormont who answered. Take the reins and ride. You need not go far. Nervously, Dany gathered the reins in her hands and slid her feet into the short stirrups. She was only a fair rider. She had spent more time traveling by ship and wagon and palanquin than by horseback. Praying that she would not fall off and disgrace herself, she gave the filly the lightest and most timid touch with her knees. And for the first time in hours, she forgot to be afraid. Or perhaps it was the first time ever. The silver gray filly moved with a smooth and silken gait, and the crowd parted for her, every eye upon them. Dany found herself moving faster than she had intended, yet somehow it was exciting rather than terrifying. The horse broke into a trot, and she smiled. Dothraki scrambled to clear a path. The slightest pressure from her legs, the lightest touch on the reins, and the filly responded. She sent it into a gallop, and now the Dothraki were hooting and laughing and shouting at her as they jumped out of her way. As she turned to ride back, a fire pit loomed ahead directly in her path. They were hemmed in on either side with no room to stop. A daring she had never known filled Daenerys then, and she gave the filly her head. The silver horse leapt the flames as if she had wings. Okay, great scene. Give me a second. Get situated. And I gotta get my gloves back on because it is 5 degrees outside and my hands are officially numb. Oh my gosh. This weather is crazy. And of course, you're probably not gonna get to watch this video till March, but we are still in January when I am filming, and it is cold, and we have a nor'easter coming in, and all kinds of fun things. So, is this scene realistic in real horse life? Yes and no. It's one of those I love because it's just it's on that line, so it makes good fiction. So you've got this girl, I think she's actually very young at this part of the book, she's getting married, being forced into marriage early, political marriage, because she's a princess or something. And so she self-admits that she's not really a rider. She hasn't really ridden much. She's been traveling in other forms, so she's no expert equestrian by any means. So could a non-expert equestrian get on a horse for the first time and just take off going and jump the fire and all of these things? Realistically, probably not. But what it does for the scene, though, is it shows that what a gift this horse is. This horse is obviously amazing. It's obviously perfect for her, and she's obviously like the perfect person to marry into this horse clan and become their queen. So it does a lot of character building, even though, like, if the reality was, okay, let's get on a new horse for the first time and go jump the fire and run around on it, and probably not so likely, but it makes for great fiction because it does so much to develop her character. And I think as the book goes on, like, she really does have an awesome relationship with this horse. And she does fit right in with the Dothraki. Like, it's the first time in her life that she's kind of where she belongs. But anyway, good little scene. I think it's funny that they use the word filly for this mare horse. I mean, obviously, filly and mare are both female terms for horses. Filly is generally considered one that is extremely young, like under the age of 3. So, I mean, could be a filly and be like 2 or 3 years old and thus already trained under saddle. It's kind of like I said in one of my other videos, like, we don't generally ride super young horses. Not then, not now. We wait till they develop so that their bones and everything are pretty solid. But that said, I mean, it could be like 3 or 4-year-old little horse, kind of green. Obviously, it's very well trained though, because it's very light to her aids, and she obviously has a natural gift, which is what enables her to do all this. So I think it's kind of cool in that regard. So there's your scene. So have a great day. Bye. Stay warm out there.